bring up our first artist, all the way from the great state of Texas. We have Amy. Is it Goloby? Did I pronounce it right?
It rhymes with wallaby. Goloby,
Okay,
wallaby.
Amy Goloby. Goloby. Very good, Amy Goloby. Sorry about that. I should have checked before we started. All right. Well, how you doing there tonight?
Good. I'm doing great.
Super. So you're going to share some music tonight. And I was looking at your notes here. So apparently, the tunes you're going to play, they're going to be coming off of a brand new album that you just completed. Is that right?
Yes, actually, it was released around 2017 or 18, a couple years old. But yes, I will
Well, that's
be.
relatively new.
Yeah, that's true. Haven't been able to perform because of COVID, so it's
Yeah,
still
I know the pandemic puts things on hold. Like our band, we put out an album in 19, and we still consider it new, right?
exactly.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the album, real quick, and
All right, this is the album called Back to New. It has 10 songs, and I'll be performing four of the songs tonight. So it's kind of a mixture of some love songs, faith songs, somewhere in between songs. So just a lot of personal experiences and stories in this album.
mm. Okay. Well, I want to. I've got questions coming into my mind, but I want to let you get started here, and well, I'll come back to those. So why don't you go ahead and kick off there?
Okay, so this first song is I wrote this about waiting on God to answer our prayers. And sometimes when we're in the middle of the waiting period, it can be excruciating and it can feel like God's not listening, but really He's just telling us to wait on Him. So this song is called Wait, My Dear. The monsters were more than I could bear. Fought with all I had with no strength to spare. I surrendered and pleaded in desperate prayer. A voice called to me in my despair, and it said, wait, my dear, when did it all be clear? Don't get lost in doubt and fear. Just take my hand, I know you don't understand the wisdom of my plan. Just wait, my dear. Walked through fields of uncertainty. Shadows and demons consume me. My dreams at night don't relieve me. The darkest thoughts overcome me. Just wait, my dear, when did it all be clear? Don't get lost in doubt and fear. Just take my hand, I know you don't understand the wisdom of my plan. Just wait, my dear. All these tragedies test my faith. Has all my suffering gone to waste? I've learned that fairy tales don't always come true, but these broken dreams lead me back to you. Just wait, my dear, when did it all be clear? Don't get lost in doubt and fear. Just take my hand, I know you don't understand the wisdom of my plan. Just wait, my dear.
Oh, oh, lovely, beautiful, very well, very nice song. So
Thank
It,
you.
it, it sounds like you're talking about those times where life is crazy and it's not making sense. And it's like, okay, God, at what point is this going to make sense to me? Is that kind of where you're at?
That's exactly what it's about.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not the only one who ever had that happen.
Nope, I think everyone
Oh
has
boy. Uh,
that.
yeah, it's actually a real common thing. So now you mentioned just before you started, um, you mentioned it was a common part of what was on that album was love songs. Are you talking about like love songs at a spiritual level, or more like a relational between people, or what'd you
Relational.
clarify?
So on a relational level, on my
Yeah.
first album, I wrote a lot of love songs, but then the second album, I decided, well, I didn't really decide it. It really, the love songs came out of, my own experiences, but even within those love songs, you can hear elements of faith in what I learned
Yes.
through those relationships. So you
Yeah.
can kind of hear my testimony throughout the songs.
Well, I like that kind of integration of things, but because a lot of people they sort of artificially partition life out like there's this secular part and then there's this spiritual part, and to me it's all one big mixture, and God is in there in all
Right.
those different parts. And some I know for a project I'm working on, I'll have some songs that are kind of about relationships and really don't talk about God or Jesus too much, but and I think
Yeah.
some legalistic people might put their nose up at that, but I think those songs have a place.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people relate to them, and I've had so many people come
Yeah.
up to me after a show and say, "Man, that song about your heartbreak, I could relate to that, and it really
Well,
helped some
yeah,
people." Yeah,
because I mean, the songs that resonate are the ones that got that commonality, don't they?
yeah, exactly. People can
Yeah.
relate to them the most. Everyone has dealt with love and heartbreak.
Yes. Yeah. And but the faith does come into it because some of the world, the secular world says, "How do we make this work?" or "How do we cope with the fact that it's not going to work?" But we have
Yeah,
an answer. Walk with God, and it's going to work better.
exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, what else you got there? I think you got some more material to share, right?
Yeah, so this next song is about my own testimony about how I came to God, and I think anytime we live in sin, we can hide in the darkness, but God always calls us back into the light. So this song is called Face of God. If my hands could touch the face of God, could I calm the waves in my heart, these forces at odds? Sins of my flesh have fought the deepest of darks, and the pain of shame and regret have left its mark. Oh Lord, in my heart, don't let me hide, 'cause the fears that raid my thoughts consume me inside. The path that I took led me so far from the hand who guides me to light, who healed my scars. And I lost all my trust, I can't deny. But the one who I pray to, he hears my cries. Oh Lord of my heart, don't let me hide, 'cause the fears that raid my thoughts consume me inside. Oh Lord in my heart, don't let of the lies, I lost your truth. Somewhere along the line, I lost my youth. And I hid my face from God divine. But the one who made the light told me to shine. Oh, Lord of my heart, don't let me hide. 'Cause the fears that raid my thoughts consume me inside. Oh, Lord of my heart, don't let me hide. 'Cause the one who made the light told me to shine. If my hands could touch the face of God, if my hands could touch the face of God.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Cool. So now I see here you're from Texas, right? What part of Texas are you coming from?
Well, I was born in Houston, and then I lived in Austin for about 3 years, and now I'm in Dallas.
Oh man, you've hit all three spots. Long ago when many years ago when I would travel and teach like software programming classes, I would visit all of those places, and I loved every one. Um, there was something about the people there. They were more warm-hearted than people in some other parts of the world.
Yeah, they say
And
we're
you
the
could just
same.
Yeah, and you could tell like a lot of students in the class they were believers, without them even putting it on their sleeve or anything. You could just tell. I loved it so.
Yeah.
But now you went. It looks like you went to Nashville to do some of your recording. That'd be a little bit of travel.
Yeah, it was a lot of travel. Yeah, my
Yeah.
this album was recorded in Nashville, and I just recorded three new singles in Nashville. Those should be released in the next
Oh,
few
cool.
months. But yeah, I actually decided to drive myself there this time because rental cars are very
Oh.
expensive right now. So that was fun.
Okay. Wow. Well, yeah. You mean versus renting and flying and all that? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, flying
Wow.
was
That's
cheap, but the rental was like 600 for a week on the
crazy.
cheap
Yeah.
side, or 900. It was like between six
Oh,
hundred and
yeah.
900.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Well, once in a while, a road trip's good for the soul, huh?
it was good. It was
so,
good.
so you've got some. It looks like you've got some very cool musicians out of the Nashville area to support you. Then,
Yeah, I did. The fiddle
very neat.
player played for Leanne Womack and Alan Jackson, I believe, and a lot of the famous
Neat, neat.
country artists out in Nashville. Steve Thomas is his name. He's the fiddle player on my album.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. All right, so what else you got there?
All right. So this song is based on the verse Matthew 25:40. It says, "Whatever you do unto the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you do unto me." So this song is really a voice for the voiceless, and it's called "Least of These." I am the forgotten widow. I am frayed and torn. I am the abandoned orphan. I am mocked and scorned. I am the rejected outcast. I am pushed aside. I am the impoverished beggar. I am empty inside. We are the least of these. am the imprisoned harlot. I am damaged and used. We are the least of these, crying out, please see me. We are the least of these, begging to be set free, set free. All the pain for His glory. You don't even know my story. How can you stand to overlook me? I will look to the one who knows me. We are the least of these, crying out, please see me. We are the least of these, begging to be set free.
Good. Beautiful. So, a lot of what you're um, seeming to focus on with some of these tunes, especially the last one, is how people cope with the hard times and the dark times, and um, that God's the light at the end of that tunnel for them, right? And
Exactly. Right.
yeah, I think that's become a bigger thing in the last year, because I don't know anyone who hasn't had some dark times, and some people very, very dark, and
Hmm.
some worse than others.
Yeah, this past year has been real big on spiritual warfare in the whole world.
Yeah,
It's
big on
crazy.
pain, big on pain. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So it used to be kind of a niche thing that Christian artists would have some songs that talk about that kind of thing, because they feel sort of this peer pressure. Well, you got to be perky and upbeat, and well, life isn't always that way. Sometimes we got to be real honest about things. So,
Yeah. I feel like
I love that there could be a
yeah, my Christian songs are very raw.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm in the blues, Christian blues genre, so and we know all about that. So you got that right.
Right. Hmm. Yeah, that's
So you got
exactly.
one more tune there for us, it
I
sounds like.
do. I do. So this
By the
one.
way, I've been seeing in the comments. By the way, people are really loving what you do.
Oh, good. I wish I could see this. I guess it's on Facebook.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
have.
I know it's hard to see when you're performing, but you'll see it later. So they're probably anxious to hear your last tune here.
Yeah. I'll go back on Facebook after this and try to comment on everyone's comments. So this last song is called "The Weight," and it's really about how we can carry heavy weight on our shoulders, but if we just give that weight to God, He'll carry it for us. So it's another real raw Christian song. So here we go.
Yeah, cast your load upon me.
Yeah. You carry the weight all these years. How you hoped it all disappear. It became so heavy on your back. Oh, you left home and you never looked back. One more step, one more tear, one less hiding from fear. Better day, better month, better year. But the weight never disappears. suffering from a past you can't erase. You always feel so out of place, so afraid of being known. You've been hurt so bad you'd rather be alone. One more step, one more tear, one less hiding from fear. Better day, better month, better year. But the weight never disappears. You feel as empty as the bottom of your glass. Order another round as hollow as the last. You say if there's a God above, he's turned his back away. But darling, if you knew his love, you carry all your weight. One more step, one more tear, one less hiding from fear. Better day, better month, better year. One more step, one more tear, one less hiding from fear. Better day, better month, better year. But the weight never disappears. You carry the weight all these years. How you hoped it all disappeared. All right, that's it.
All right. Beautiful, lovely folks. Everybody give some gratitude for Amy Goloby, and folks out on Facebook, put in the comments about how much you appreciate this. They're already there. Put in a few more.
I wanted to share about my shirt that I'm wearing.
Oh yes, yes, please do. That's right.
So these are lyrics from my song "Face of God" that I sang tonight. It says, "The one who made the light told me to shine." So these are available on my website, and so is my album. And my album, if you buy it on my website, you can get it autographed because I send them myself.
Cool. So this is a way folks can support what you're doing. Now, do you got just the one shirt, or is there other shirts with other lyrical bits also?
There are other shirts. This one I have.
There are others.
Yes, there are others. This one's the main one I have in inventory, so it comes straight from me. The other ones come from another shop.
Cool. So, in the comments in the Facebook feed, I'm sure Red's gonna put that out there for you.
Yeah, AmyGoloby.com.
You can just forward that information to him. I'm sorry, say again?
AmyGoloby.com.
Okay, well, that's easy to remember, but also please do forward it, and he'll put it out there, and folks can use that as a reminder.
Okay, should I comment on?
Very good. Thank you so much. Really lovely music there.